subscribe WorldWideChels.
I WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. It's been a while since you've seen us two on your screens. It's about time. It's been overdue. A very, very interesting conversation as basically we've seen Everton get a 10-point deduction in the Premier League, which leaves them, I think, 19th or just above 19th with 4 points. So Chelsea are officially in the top half of the table. We are now 10th place. Get in, Chelsea. We are back, people. But guys, everyone that's tuned in, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. As it says in the comment right here, if you hate the international break and you want it gone, like the video as well, man. But I'm here with my co-host, Matt J. Bull. How are you, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. My cousin is an Everton fan, so he's been furious to me on the phone, saying that football is screwed, football's corrupt, it's Everton against the world, and I'm kind of like, didn't you moan about Chelsea when it was all campaign against Chelsea? So now he's finding out what it's like to be punished by someone. But I'm good. I just hope that these regulations don't destroy the good project that's going on at the club right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, everyone's tuned in. I don't know if you remember last time me and Matt J. Bull done the stream. He left me 15 minutes in. Hopefully this time he doesn't leave me. Hopefully. He's saying now he's free for the rest of the session. So hopefully, yeah, that is.
Funny enough, it just said I'm low on charge, so I'm definitely getting my charger prepared now.
Guys, in the comments, let us know your thoughts if Chelsea are set to get points. I mean, it won't be anything this season. Obviously, I think Everton's one was published last season, but it took place the season before. And it only came out basically today that they got 10 points. So if Chelsea was ever to be, taken to this level, it won't be this season. It might not even be next season. It will take time, basically. We have some comments here. I will only accept points deduction if Man City are relegated. I don't know about but if these allegations are true, Roman legacy will be tinted. No, I don't agree with that. Matt J. Bull probably agrees with you. We'll get into that, of course. But let's talk about the most important thing. So Everton, as I said, 10 points leaves them with 4 points now. Chelsea now in the top half. It took place 2 years ago because they were talking about, I think it was Burnley that got relegated the year before. They were talking about that year. But obviously, realistically, they could have come to a conclusion last year where Leicester got relegated. Leeds have been affected. So it's taken us a while to see something happen. Are Chelsea in trouble now, Matt? Because obviously we've seen, yes, the ownership have come out with this explaining there are problems within the club. But then, like you said, and also Lawrence had corrected me as well, big up to him on my tweet, that there were more findings that Todd Bowley, the board, were not aware of. So should we be really, really worried right now, Matt?
I think you've got the two extremes at the moment. You've got the people that saying we are absolutely doomed. We will get points deducted. We're going to get relegated. We're going to get sent to the National League, as I saw on Twitter today, which made me laugh. I think them people are just, I don't know if they're trying to get money from tweets or YouTube clicks or whatever. I think that's a bit just too much. But equally, the people who are saying we are going to be absolutely fine, 110%, are also either misguided with their information that they've got or are just very much blind faith that we are not going to get punished. I think it's in the middle. I think we have a right to be concerned, but it's not a foregone conclusion yet because obviously we haven't actually been charged with anything yet. Man City are further ahead on the curve. They've actually been given 116 charges. Now, what the problem is with City is their lawyers have to go through every single charge bit by bit, which, as you would know, takes a hell of a long time for one, let alone 116. So this is why when people say, why haven't City been given anything? Well, they've got to give them the chance to go through it, and then even the Premier League to counteract whatever they say in them charges. I do think we'll get charged. I think there will be some things there are clearly some things that we can go through and talk about that are complete rubbish, don't make sense. But there are some things that could be completely legitimately illegal, and people say they don't break financial fair play. Well, it's kind of, if you were to add them costs into financial fair play of that year, you probably find we'd probably breaking it. That's probably why it's been put under the carpet. My problem is, I think this is all caused by Roman and his Russia debacle.
Choose your words carefully.
Well, with him being expelled from the club, because effectively the reason why journalists have these figures, these payments and whatever, is because Roman's money and accounts and Chelsea's accounts had to be put under a lot more scrutiny and in the public because of the government's handling of the club in that time. So thank you, Ukraine-Russia war, for that. We thought that stuff was all over, but it's coming back to bite us again. But it is what it is, and we've just got to hope that Bowley, in some of the stuff, has been a step ahead, and is hoping that we can get less of a punishment. But I do think if you're asking for my prediction, I do think we'll get some sort of points deduction at some point.
No, listen, I do believe you'll be definitely a point deduction. I don't think it'll be anywhere near Everton's one. I do agree with this comment here as well, that when they do appeal, they will get a reduction. I do think it will be reduced.
The only problem is with this is I was listening to Talk Sport with Michael Ziegler. He's a quite good economist on this sort of FFP stuff, and he said if you look at EFL clubs and their financial, like their points deductions, they're getting the same points deductions for around the same fees as what Everton's lost. So I think they might get a reduction, but it could easily just get slammed back in their face. No. They might get it down to 6 or 8, but I mean they've already effectively reduced it from 12 to 10 because they were supposed to get 12. So
is it? Would have been get 12?
Well, they could get up to 12 points. 12 points is usually what clubs get. So they are already.
No, but they were saying that this is the most in history of the Premier League. So
yes,
it's not
no Premier League club's really been done before. EFL clubs have been done multiple times.
Yeah,
the likes of Derby, Sheffield Wednesday. There's even a couple this season that have been deducted points for various FFP issues. So in the EFL, it's not that uncommon because they break them far a lot easier because they're having to spend more than what they've actually got. Whereas the Premier League, most clubs get away with it over time. But yeah, I don't think they'll be reduced. I think it will stay as 10.
Yeah. Gabriel, I was want to say as well that winning now doesn't really mean anything because
it's about the next seasons.
Next season, it's not going to be this season. There's no way anything's going to be done.
I don't even think it'll be next season. I think it'll probably be the
season after. That's what happened to Everton.
I think we haven't even been charged yet. So Man City, Everton were at the point that they've already been charged. They were planning extra evidence. You basically go when you get charged. The lawyers go through the charges. See what cases they want to build each side. Then eventually there's a hearing, and even then it took 2 months for that hit. Took 1 or 2 months for the results of that from that hearing, which they even described for the Everton one. That was quite quick decision compared to others. So I think it'll be not next season, but the season after, which gives us a chance to 1, build, and 2, allow us to be as high up on the table as possible. It might cost us a title potentially, which sounds worse, but I'd rather be higher up getting deductions than where we are now getting deductions.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit mad. We'll talk about the one on the thumbnail currently, Eto and Willian.
Yeah, your boy. You might have to change the intro if your boy Willian's getting us points deducted.
That is very true, actually, William. You might be getting us points deduction, which is crazy to think about.
I don't know whether it's linked to him, though. I don't know whether he knows this, but I don't think the William one is legit. So we can discuss.
Yeah,
that.
what do you make of those both so far? Like, I mean, this one came out a few weeks ago. Actually, that was the first one that I saw.
Yeah, these were some of the first ones. I think they are rubbish. Yes, I think it makes sense that at some point Roman, who is a Russian citizen, and when you think of Russian oligarchs, the reason they have money is because the Russian government have given them money. Almost kind of like similar, but not in the same way of how Saudi works. You're only rich in Saudi if the government let you be rich. So in the end, they all help each other out.
Yeah,
And it's
I
no
agree with
surprise
that.
clubs like CSKA, Moscow, and Anzi were helped by Roman Abramovich because it's probably what the Russian. It's probably the better benefit the overall Russian cause. Whether them payments to Anzi related to the transfers or not, I think is more coincidence and trying to get 2 plus 2 is 4. Instead, I think they're making 5. The pure one for Willian is the fact that until an hour before his transfer, he was going to Tottenham. So I don't get why he make a payment and then suddenly he was going to Tottenham until last minute. If that payment was made last minute, that is extremely sus. But this was made 3 or 4 months before Willian even came to the club. Of course, you could argue, do Anzi look at it in the fact of, well, Roman's paid us money before to help us out, so maybe should we be a bit more reluctant? But at the end of the play, the player still has to choose us, which the player chose us. And the Willian, as far as I'm aware, his agent hasn't been paid any money, unlike other agents in this deal, in these charges. Eto'o, again, makes no difference because Eto'o was a free agent from Anzi. So there was no money transactions between Anzi and Chelsea at that point. So again, that one I think makes no sense. And I think when properly looked at, will probably just will be either rebuffed, or if it is charged, it will be very easy to get out of compared to others.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just been getting some emails. Apologies about that.
I just realised more of your boy. It's your boy Conte as well, and Hazard.
Yeah, which is
they're the more dangerous ones.
They are definitely the dangerous ones. Don't know what to say, man. I mean, you just think it's going to get better eventually, but it doesn't. It's getting worse. My cat's going absolutely mad in the background. Don't know if you can see him.
I just remember. I remember when when we were going to the Lille game on the train, and I was saying it was before the whole Ukraine thing kicked off, and I mentioned to you before about if this stuff kicks off, don't be surprised if they come after Roman. And I remember you were like, "Oh no, this won't happen. This is unprecedented. It will never happen." A month later, it happens. So I've got a bit of form on this, so trust me. I think this could be something to worry about.
This one is going to be worrying, but it's going to take a while. But Gabriel saying, to be fair, after the PPE scandals during the pandemic, even the UK give lucrative contracts to the cronies. It's one big club as you ain't in it, as George Carlin famously said.
Yeah, but
Gabriel, guys,
not really related to football clubs, though, is it?
No, but I get what you're saying. It's the same logic.
Yeah, like, we know politicians are corrupt. It's not denying that. It's just that our football. I'm if we have legitimately done this, I'm disappointed. I know people will be like, "Oh, but FFP is rubbish." I don't think FFP is that bad, because if people say, "Oh, let's get rid of FFP," you got rid of FFP now, Newcastle would be spending unlimited amounts and get the best team in the world and would break the league. Man City would do the same. Chelsea could not compete. If you want Chelsea to compete, financial fair play actually helps us right now and helps stem them clubs. I don't think it helps the Championship clubs because they have to spend out of their means to get to the Premier League. But that's a different question of the debate. But I just rather my club not do these things, these sort of dodgy things. And I did have a friend that said to me, "Oh, but likely every club is probably doing exactly the same thing," which I actually probably agree with. But the difference is our accounts have been found, so we can't moan with when we've done it just because we've been found out. And you had that question of, does it tarnish Ruben's legacy? I think it does. It does. It does.
Oh, no, not the Roman.
Let me explain. Everyone is saying that City's legacy will be tarnished if these 116 charges are proven fine. But what's
That's
the
a lot of charges.
Yeah, but there is no difference between if you kill, let's say, murder, for example. If you kill a couple of people, if you have a couple of charges, or if you're a serial killer, you might get a longer sentence, but your legacy as a person is still, you've still killed one person. You've still got one. We've still got charges. We've still broke the rules, and arguably more. Like Everton weren't hiding their stuff. They just messed up their finances. We've actually hid our charges to get around it. This is effectively fraud, if you really want to put it in a criminal way. And Roman's kind of John Over Mikel has almost outed Roman a little bit with this, because the way John Over Mikel said about what happened with his dad, and that Roman was going to send in people to get his dad back, shows that Roman, if he doesn't act above the law, if he really wants to, that I think it's a decent reason to act above the law. But at the end of the day, the law is the law, and if he's broken rules to get Chelsea to where they are, I think it's not good for the club, and it's punishing the club now. And I will tell you right now, if this was Todd Bowley breaking PP at FFP,
Here we go.
you would not hear the end of it. It would be, or if it was the Glazers, for example, you would not hear the end of it from fans saying, "Oh, look at these American owners, get these people out. They're nothing good for the sport." Blah blah blah. Well, it's the same with Roman. I've always said with Roman Abramovich, the first 10 to 12 years, 13, 14, were good, or on paper. The last 5-6 years of Roman's era, we were falling apart, and the issues we have now is because of Roman and Marino's steady decline of this club. And now, if you add these into the top of that, I think it does tarnish Roman's legacy. You can go, yeah, Roman was good for certain things, but he was also not good for certain things.
The thing is with Roman, though, how many charges are we seeing? I know you're saying we can't put a number on it. Yeah, I know you're saying you can't put a number on it, but he's been here since 2003, and we're pulling up 2013 only. We're just saying 1 year only has been affected.
Yeah, but Man City's only a couple of years affected, with them 116.
Yeah, but they've got 116 in those years. We've got 1 year of a small amount.
Well, no, because if Antonio Conte was 2017, Hazard was after. I don't know if that was with William as well, but Antonio Conte was 2017, and that's all of what we know at the moment. I don't think everything's been put out, because I feel like the Guardian and other exposés will keep putting stuff out. This is the worry for Chelsea. This might not be it. The media are very good at exposing everything bit by bit. Man City's didn't come out all at once. Eventually, there was a large chunk that come out, but it might be drip because it will benefit the media that every time Chelsea are on a good run and everything's rosy and positive, they'll look to put down on the club. There's no surprise that this information come out now when we've seemingly been on a good run. And I believe, if I'm correct, the initial information came out when we started beating Fulham and went on that good run before the international break. So this could keep happening all season, and there could be more and more stuff coming out. So 2012 to 2017, anything in between, you could be questioning, and people could be still investigating and looking at. Because that's the thing. If the Antonio Conte thing is also legitimate, then you could argue they will look at everything in between them years, because realistically, you don't just do 1 year of dodgy things and then wait 4 years before you do another dodgy thing. You could be dodgy throughout that whole period. The whole Hazard agent thing, you could look at that and go, well, yeah, it might have been dodgy coming in, but who says it wasn't dodgy with Hazard leaving? We got £150 million for Hazard on 1 year left. Doesn't that scream a little bit dodgy if we're going into this? If Hazard's agent is implicated, that's 2018. That's a 6-year period. That's the same as Manchester City's. Obviously, I'm almost bordering on conspiracy theorist here a little bit because I don't have the information. But I'm saying this information could legitimately come out in them periods. They will look.
It can come out. Realistically, it can. It definitely can come out. You're right, and I do believe more information will be coming out very, very soon, probably over the next couple of months. So Chelsea fans that are watching, sit back, enjoy the ride. You thought Chelsea were going and suffering all these months, all these years under Potter and the end of Tuchel, but we are here for another reason for sure. I mean, look, today's topic was basically mainly on that. Are we next to get these points deduction in the Premier League? I think City's outcome will come out first, definitely for sure, very soon. Everton fans will be gutted, of course. It's nice to see Jamie Carragher suffering at the moment, because listen, him on the punditry it annoys me, bro. I don't know if he's just.
I have no respect for someone that spits at kids.
I'm not going to go that deep and publicize that, but yeah, guys, you don't know what I'm talking about.
It's disgusting. But yeah, I mean, I am loving it at the moment with my cousin. My cousin is crying, and purely because, and this is a fun fact, he used to be a Chelsea fan when he was younger.
How did he change?
Oh, his new stepdad is an Everton fan, so he swapped for his new stepdad. But yeah,
okay.
When I'm saying young, I'm talking like 7, 8. Like that's what 9 was the year he changed. It's like he's still young enough to not really have a solid team yet, ish. But yeah, so that now I am just. I mean, I've been taking the mick out of him all year round, but I've said that Everton will get relegated this season, and I could be right. My Premier League predictions could come out right, and not just because of footballing reasons. Maybe I was thinking ahead 4D.
Ahead of the game. Matt J. Ball ahead of the game, people.
I'm considering Todd Bowley himself. Is Todd Bowley thinking 4D chess? Because people are saying if these charges might not actually break FFP, it might just be other footballing rules, which in a case the worst case scenario could be a transfer ban. Well, that would explain why we've brought in effectively a whole squad in 3 transfer windows.
Yeah.
And why we've bought young players. So maybe Todd Bowley's almost predicted this from some of the information he's already had from the accounts. And this is why we're going down this route. And maybe Todd Bowley, as Mr. Minerals would say, is not so stupid after all. He's not so much of a clown. He's just trying to work this out in the best way possible that benefits Chelsea. And that's where maybe, if we've got transfer ban, we can't spend money anyway. Do we legitimately look at the stadium at that point?
That stadium talk, man. That stadium talk. I mean, I've been
ages because you've got selfish pitch owners that are holding out all the time.
Them stadium talks, man. Just quickly, do you see F1?
Poor Carlos Sainz. How are they not letting him have an engine change? It's embarrassing. I couldn't believe. I saw a Max Verstappen quote yesterday, and I believe I 100% agreed with Max Verstappen. I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
I saw you say that yesterday.
I'm not. I do not want to wake up at 6 a.m. It's a shame.
No, I agree with you. I think tomorrow's at 8 a.m. I believe. Correct me wrong.
Yeah, I got coaching at 9, so I will watch the first bit, but probably not the last bit.
It's qualifying, so it's for a whole hour.
Is it start directly at 8?
Yeah, I believe it's bang on 8 a.m. So you'll be able to see the whole hour.
I'll have to get to work early to put it on.
Yeah, you do that, man. We got Sindri for joining for the first time.
Thanks.
Doesn't say please on DMs. Just says, could I join?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. The stage is yours. You can give your minerals conversation and go on for 10 minutes now. I'll leave it to you because I do have an email to respond to. But yeah, Sindri, over to you. Your
Yeah,
thoughts on the points deduction?
Well, to be fair, I haven't really looked into the whole thing yet, but I've seen there's a lot of. Are you talking about Everton or our possible points deductions? I guess you're talking about Chelsea's, but I haven't
Well,
really.
we're talking about Chelsea's, but we just linked City's.
We
and Everton.
mentioned. We mentioned.
Yeah,
them.
City and Everton. Yeah, well, we'll wait and see. I honestly haven't really looked really much into it. I've seen the news about it, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Of course, I think it will take some time for them to really go through all the information. Like it is with the City one, because don't forget they have 115 charges to investigate. That's some charges, and it's quite a lot. So they should be really thorough and go through everyone slowly and get everything correctly. But yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of scary in a way, because we will never know what will happen, how many points we will get deducted, and in a way it's kind of also good, in my opinion, in a way that the new owners are actually kind of releasing this kind of information and have sent this to UEFA and stuff, because it shows that they really want to change how how the people are viewing the club and how the club's overall dynamic is, and they really want to change it. I kind of like it in a way. uh, will we get consequences? Of course, I think we will, but we never know what they will be. And maybe since we have kind of like snitched on or the owners have kind of snitched on themselves with how Abramovich has done things and stuff like that, maybe we'll kind of get a leeway, because these are from Chelsea, who have reported on themselves, not some other sources have leaked this information.
Well, just for clarity, some of them have been self-reported. Some of them new, but owners don't even know about.
Yeah, yeah, and to be fair, if the owners even don't know about it, I feel like that should at least be a leeway, because that's how.
I mean that's the only thing that I think we might get away with it, is because it's a completely different ownership.
Mhm.
So I don't see how you punish. It's like say punishing the father for the son's faults.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't say your son, I don't know, 13, 14, goes robs a shop. He's not old enough to go to prison. You just like sending the dad to jail for it. You don't send the dad to jail for it. So you might get away with it.
yeah,
You might get away with it in that aspect, because it is a good point, and that is something that I don't think in any of these sort of cases has ever actually been presented or has been a situation. So
hmm
that might be a way to get out of it, and that's what I hope and I think Chelsea will base most of their defense off.
yeah. And if we do get away with it, that's good. And
I think we're bloody lucky.
yeah, we're lucky, and in a way, we can thank thank the government for kind of impeaching Abramovich from the of ownership of Chelsea, in a way, if we get
But
away with it.
I'd argue though that was the reason the information got leaked in the first place.
Yeah, and the whole Russia Ukraine situation as well, how he's linked with Putin as well. Um, so yeah, well, it's an interesting news and stuff like that. We will see
It had to happen during the international break, right? It had to
yeah,
happen during international
Well,
break.
at least we've got something to talk about.
yeah. At least some news. Not good news, but at least some news. Um,
Who's joining CFC? Big up, man. Minerals has standards, bro. Simple. We have standards. Come on, Minerals FC.
I have standards, but you've also got to apply context to standards. Some people have standards that are just ridiculous in certain aspects. You've got to apply your standards to the context of the situation that you're currently in.
I agreed.
And Johnny is ridiculous. Johnny is like Lee Gunner, who expects Arsenal to win every title every year.
Lee
And
Gunner.
if he comes second once, that manager must be sacked.
Big up Lee Gunner, man. I'll back him.
Even though, as I would say, we've got two clubs in this Premier League right now that can outgun us in every which way possible. So we have to play smart just against them two clubs.
Are you talking about City and Liverpool?
Well, I'm talking about City and Newcastle. Liverpool are in the same situation of us. Much less money and have to work smarter. We are trying to work smarter. Liverpool have done very well at working smarter, but even they have off seasons.
Wow,
Yeah.
Liverpool praise. Wow.
The money will help will come out.
And I think in some ways the owners are actually their strategy in a way is actually working now. Poch is getting some good results out of.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but so far it's looking better than I think a lot of Chelsea fans would have thought it would have at this stage in the season. And we also have a lot of young players who are actually performing out on loan. Washington is doing well at Strasbourg. Fofana is
Yeah, Gabriel.
yeah. I meant Gabriel. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so many Brazilians.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, well, I was going to say Washington come on for us the other day. So I was like, has he gone to Strasbourg?
You never know. Now we can't send more. I don't know. I haven't really followed Moreira at Lyon. I don't know how he's doing.
He's not getting much time at all.
Yeah, and Lyon is not doing well either.
Yeah,
So
he walked into the wrong club. You've got Fafana's not done well in Union Berlin.
hey, he's doing
He
okay.
scored the goal the other day, but that's
but he also had like some discipline. I think it was some disciplinary things with the manager, but he.
I'll tell you what though, one player that's doing well under the radar, Bashir Humphreys at Swansea.
Yeah,
no one's
that's
talking
good.
about it, and we keep talking about centre backs in the summer. Don't be surprised if he's one option that Chelsea look at bringing back.
Yeah, and
very well in pre-season as well.
I feel like we also underestimate how good our loan players are doing at Swansea. Like Colwell did well at Swansea, Gallagher did well at Swansea, Abraham did well at Swansea. So I feel if there's one club we actually should send our loan players to in England, it's Swansea. I feel like they're actually their managers are actually doing well with the Chelsea loanees, and I think of course Santos needs to be recalled in the winter transfer window.
Yeah, that was a bad move. Cassidy, I don't mind. I think people moaning at Cassidy's not playing, but I think the positive is what he does get substituted on, and when he gets substituted on, he's playing well. And it's a thing of that team is already effectively a Premier League team playing in the Championship. So I think it's a good learning curve that he's having under the manager, which I think used to be one of Pep's assistants.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's Italian.
So I'd like if he plays like Pep, I'd love him to learn that sort of ball. But yeah, I think there's. I'm looking. I did say to Sadiq about this before, and I am still planning it of who to get on. But I'm looking to do a loan show at some point, up and running, 1 day a week. So hopefully we can review some of these loan stars.
I know you can get.
Who?
Not the guy below you.
Why he doesn't know he's Brazilians. We've got a lot of Brazilians. We might have another one.
He only knows one thing. And that's about investing. That's what he does.
He knows about Antonio Nusa as well.
Yeah.
Hey.
I follow follow a little bit of the Norwegian, and no, but I like to follow the loan players. It's fun watching them.
It's interesting. It'll be hopefully a show that we can get up on soon. I just need to figure out times of the week which will work against.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you need me, I'm here Mondays and Fridays, 100%. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm in office.
I'm almost available every day, so if you need, I just
don't take his word. Don't take his word.
Central, we'll link this up.
Yeah. No, but it's a lot of fun to talk about the loan players and how they're doing. Especially now.
Again, it's a thing that no other channel actually does.
I know at least one channel who does it, but yeah.
What, Chelsea related?
Yeah, Chelsea related. London is blue. They have the
Oh yeah, that's more of a podcast rather than YouTube.
yeah, but they also they make videos on YouTube as well.
Yeah. But
Let me not comment. Let me not comment publicly.
Yeah.
Let me not comment publicly.
we don't. Yeah, London is Blue, fair enough, but they have a very controversial journalist on there. So
Yeah.
I'd rather not speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, and hopefully, I am looking for a host for a women's show, but I need to find a good host.
I know someone.
I actually have someone that I'm speaking to now to get sorted. But
Really?
yes.
Right in priority who is.
Yeah, it's also good to cover the women's side because we're actually doing. Did you guys see the two mistakes in the game against Real Madrid? The penalty.
Oh yeah. That's shocking. Yo, Matt, I'm sorry. I don't know how you watched that, bro. I thought Anthony Taylor was bad.
Oh,
that's a good name. That's a good name. That's a very good name. That's a very good name.
Yeah, I know. Actual YouTube channel not available at the moment. I'm trying my best.
Yeah,
to get that.
I think I can help with that actually.
I might be trying to get help from another person as well. But yeah, we'll try and get this linked up. But them decision, the penalty, I'm not so.
I feel like that's
with because the problem is yes, the contact starts outside the area, but it does tumble into the box as well. So if the contact technically in rules, if the contact continues into the box, they can technically give it a penalty. I still think it's a free kick.
That's never been true. That's never been true in men's. Never.
There is a lot. It is deep in the rule books,
bro. It's never like that in men's. They
never give it this thing. They never give it. So this is why it should probably be a free kick still.
Yeah.
But technically, the rules are there to give them a way out of this one.
Mm-hmm.
The offside makes no sense.
That was the funniest thing.
I have watched it over and over and over and over again, and I just don't get it. I don't get it whatsoever. But the only good thing is that is our hardest in the Women's Champions League. That is the hardest game away to Real Madrid. So the fact that we comprehensively beat a very good Real Madrid team, because everyone's they're under the radar. Linda Caicedo is a fantastic player. Obviously, Carmona, who scored the winner in the World Cup, scored the 2 goals the other day. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think Emma Hayes has got to win that Champions League before she bounces off.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna make this claim now. Emma Hayes is the second best Chelsea manager in history, both men's and women's.
I completely agree. Oh.
On that note, lads, I want to wish everyone a very, very happy weekend. I don't know where those comments have come from. Second best Chelsea manager. Must be having a laugh, son. Yeah, I can't believe what I just heard. This is why my channel's dying. Stuff like this is just killing it even more, you know. Wow.
You can't take controversial opinion. Name me another Chelsea manager that's won 5 league titles, 4 in a row.
Bro, I'm not going to disrespect women's football, okay? Publicly, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to. That's all I'm going to say.
After.
Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to disrespect.
I know there's a difference between the leagues, but still, there is still very strong competition.
Bro, that's like saying F2 over F1, and you're picking F2 people that have done really, really good. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to disrespect.
And also you
know what Fernando Alonso said? GP2 engine when he was driving his Mercedes. GP2 engine. It's like saying GP2 over F1. You know,
tactics is still there. Just because the players are maybe not at the same level doesn't mean the managers can't be.
And also how long she's also been at the club. That also makes in my opinion go up. Now, in my opinion, after looking at the penalty decision from that game, I also feel like it actually is. She actually kind of is diving as well. Like she kind of throws. Yes, she's tumbling after contact, but I also feel like she's also throwing herself a little bit down in the box. If you look close at it, I don't feel that Charles. No, it's Fleming actually gets so much touch on her, and she has some steps. In after tackle, and I feel like she could have actually just kept running with them.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'll try and get to the Real Madrid away game, 24th. It's just before my birthday.
Oh,
at
nice.
Stamford Bridge. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll try and link that up
Mhm.
if I can get tickets. I'm not going to watch Haken. No way.
Is that a Swedish team, or
I believe they're Swedish.
I can actually check.
Yes, Gothenburg, Sweden.
Ah, Gothenburg.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Paris FC. They beat Arsenal in the qualifying stage, so that'll be a good game.
Hey, we are a Norwegian team in the Champions League. Let's go.
Who is it?
Brann.
It's
in
what
group-
group they're in?
Group B with of course they're with Lyon.
Oh, were they a team that Leon beat? I think Leon
No, they played the Slavia Prague and beat them 9-0.
beat. Oh, fuck. You might get through.
Yeah.
Chelsea beat Benfica 8-0 the last time we played them.
Yeah.
Frank Kirby got a hat trick to become an all-time top goal scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Super Frank Kirby.
Yeah, I've also heard that is it Sophie Ingle? If she appears in one next game, she gets all-time appearance record in the
Sophie Ingle's been there longer than we have as Chelsea fans. It feels like she's been there an age, but yeah,
it's congratulations to her.
Yeah, but I'm worried about Sam Kerr leaving at the end of the season.
Ah, you are?
Really?
She's out of contract.
You don't think we'll try to renew it?
I think we'll try and renew, but
if she
just look at Emma Hayes leaving and go, I'll try elsewhere.
Yeah, hopefully she signs a new one.
But we got Mia Fisher, and she's quite good.
And also, what's her name again? She scored.
You got Aggie Beaver Jones as well.
Yeah, Beaver Jones was it? Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm still recovering from Harder and Ericsson leaving. So if Sam Kerr leaves, I'm done. Well, as long as Gura Wright is there, big up my Norwegians.
Yeah.
Gura Wright is my favourite player.
Mm-hmm.
Player.
It will be sad when what's her name? The right back, also from Norway. God, I'm
Mjolnir. Mjolnir is Miss Chelsea.
Yeah.
But she'll be sad when she goes. But she's still playing. Still gets games.
Yeah.
I thought last season she'd be out, but because obviously her injury and stuff. But with Bright getting injured and her going to centre back, she proved to be the James Milner of Chelsea women.
She's versatile.
Oh, she's incredible. She's arguably more. She could play a goal if you wanted to. But yeah, big up the Chelsea Norwegians. Shame we didn't have a Norwegian up front for the Chelsea men.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some Norwegians soon to Chelsea.
Well, Noose is not doing enough to come to Chelsea. Just saying.
Nah, but I don't think we kind of have a lot. We kind of have enough attacking players at the moment.
Well, there was that rumor that Noosa could play up front. I was like, I've never seen him play up front for Bruges ever.
I never see. I think he maybe played up front for the U21 team for Norway national team, but he plays on the left majority for Norway. Because we have also Oscar Bob who plays on the right for Norway.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if you can't get in the Club Bruges team, you shouldn't be getting into a Chelsea team.
Wait, doesn't he get into the Club Bruges team at the moment?
On the bench.
Fair enough. I haven't really watched.
Sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't. But it's like rotational because you've got Scott Olsen on one side, who always plays. Scott Olsen will go in January. That's when Lucy will probably play. And then you've got Zinkernagel.
Yeah.
Plays on the left. And Zinkernagel was Ronnie Dyler's boy. So
I know. Yeah.
Is what it is. Club Bruges are doing worse than Chelsea, actually. So
at least it's Ajax.
But they're both the same problem. The problem is they're both playing the same way. They create lots of chances and don't score.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated that both teams are in the same way. But it is what it is.
At least we are not doing as badly as Ajax is.
Oh, there are some mad things going on this year. Leon, you see FC Basel.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah,
Basel could get relegated from the Swiss
Yeah.
league. Like,
Really?
yeah, things are going mad today in Europe. Like,
yeah, and also like, is it which team is it? Is it Girona or something like that in La Liga who's on?
Girona are winning. Girona are top of the Liga. There's some mad things going on.
Union, was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think Union have been waiting to win this. They should have won it last year.
yeah. Leverkusen doing really well under Alonso. Actually leading the league. Stuttgart is doing well.
Yeah, madness things going on. Madness things. So you guys looking forward to Newcastle?
Yeah, I am, because there's a certain YouTuber I'm watching sometimes who's actually, I feel like he's a really deluded Newcastle fan. And
I can't wait to go in at Strasbourg Sleeve, Steve. Mr. He is like if you imagine the multi-club model, that is Steve as a fan.
Yeah.
He watches football. He's the definition of just a football fan.
Yeah.
Newcastle, Lazio, Strasbourg.
Yeah.
What a guy. Fantastic guy, but he is going to get some punishment.
Yeah.
When we beat
One of the reasons I want this, I'm looking forward to, if we that we will beat Newcastle, is this fan is saying that Newcastle is in a title charge or in a title challenge.
I mean, to be fair, there was this rumours that Newcastle were going to go get Mourinho.
Yeah.
We might.
We will. I will tell you, Mourinho will be there at the end of the season, and Eddie Howe will go to England.
Well, would you guys take it now as England manager?
I wouldn't mind, but personally, I'd rather skip the middleman and just go for Mourinho for England.
Yeah, or see if you can get Tuchel for England.
Not even. I don't even want Tuchel. Mourinho all the way. I would love it
What,
if
for England?
won something for England. My mate, who's an Arsenal fan, hates Mourinho. He would have to change his opinion and eat some humble pie about Mourinho, which would be great. But,
That's one thing Josie can get over Pep, maybe.
he can't stand.
Yeah, and he's also talked about going into.
I think Mourinho is made for international football.
Mm-hmm. He's also talked about wanting to go into international football for a while now as well.
Yeah, I mean, he'll go to either Portugal or England potentially at some point.
Yeah,
Because obviously but I think if you look at England are a ready-made team for the next 5-6 years.
yeah.
The only problem potentially is when Harry Kane goes, who goes up front?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think
Chelsea's
there's a
future striker, Ivan Toney.
I don't think there's a but Ivan Toney isn't young, so
Tony's 28.
He's not going to be a. By the time Kane goes, Tony's going to be in his 30s.
Yeah,
You're more looking at and I hate to say this, Ollie Watkins,
Abraham.
No.
That's the thing. These players are not good enough at the moment, so there needs to be someone that comes through.
Dom Solanke.
Solanke's old now.
He's world class.
Yeah, he's doing well for Bournemouth.
He is. He actually is.
He's old. He's 26.
But yeah, but that's old. Everyone still thinks he's
So
young.
so you're calling our injured attacking midfielder Christopher Nkunku old?
No,
Yes.
like
Sindri.
well, actually, to be fair, he's an experienced player.
He's one of our older players. Like, I think we have like 2 to 3 players.
Bronze injury.
Apart from Bettinelli.
Anyone over the age of 25, I don't regard as young.
That's true.
Mm.
They're not old,
Guys,
but they're not young. It's like the middle life crisis.
Yeah.
Era.
Guys. I think we've covered all the topics.
Mm.
Unless there's anything else that you guys want to add, but I'm gonna go head over back to work. It's been a pleasure seeing you guys after a long time.
Yeah, agreed.
I hope you guys are well. Hope everything's doing good, and I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Big up everyone that's tuning in as well. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll be back soon with more content. Matt has some ideas. We'll run it to you guys Monday or Tuesday, most likely.
Mhm.
We'll see you guys soon.
And don't forget
Peace.
to check out the podcast as well on Spotify
Big up.
and Apple Pod. It's a really good podcast. So
Yeah,
and
for
hit
real.
and hit the notification button as well,
Yeah,
so we
man.
know when we are streaming.
Big up,
Oh,
big
can I
up
ask,
the blue code.
Does Dubois still back Poch? Not back Poch.
I haven't spoken to him since, so I don't know.
Otherwise, he's under pressure.
He didn't like how we played so well against City. He said that on Twitter
Maybe,
during the pod.
Maybe. We got the Blue Code project as well. Obviously, got Matt J. Bull covering the big scenes over there, and obviously former owner Carlito, man. Big up to him as well. But yeah, guys, catch you guys soon. Peace.
Take care.